Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a financial hamster wheel, running faster and faster but getting nowhere? You work hard, you pay your bills, but at the end of the month, there's just nothing left. It's a frustrating reality for so many people. The question is, why? Why do most people stay financially stuck, while others seem to build wealth effortlessly? Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on this exact topic. We'll explore the hidden traps that keep people poor and, more importantly, I'll give you a clear, actionable roadmap to escape them for good. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see and handle your money. So, if you're ready to break the cycle, stick with me. First, let's talk about the mindset traps. The biggest one is the belief that I'm just bad with money. This single thought can be paralyzing. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you believe you're bad with money, you avoid looking at your bank statements, you don't create a budget, and you shy away from learning about investing because it feels too complicated. You tell yourself it's for other people. But here's the truth. Nobody is born a financial genius. Financial literacy is a skill, just like learning to cook or drive a car. It can be learned, practiced, and mastered. The first step to escaping the trap is to change your internal script from I can to I can learn. Another huge trap is the instant gratification culture we live in. We see a new phone, a fancy dinner, a weekend getaway on social media, and we feel the pressure to have it right now. We pull out the credit card, telling ourselves we deserve it. This buy now, pay later mentality is a direct path to debt and financial stress. It keeps you focused on short-term wants instead of long-term financial security. True wealth isn't about having the latest gadgets. It's about having freedom, options, and peace of mind. The ability to delay gratification is one of the most powerful financial superpowers you can develop. It's about choosing the future you want over the fleeting pleasure of the moment. And this brings us to financial illiteracy. Our school systems often fail to teach us the basics of personal finance. We learn about algebra and history, but not about budgeting, taxes, or compound interest. So, it's no surprise that many of us enter adulthood completely unprepared. We don't know the difference between an asset and a liability. We don't understand how crippling high-interest credit card debt can be. We don't know how to make our money work for us. This lack of knowledge is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it. The good news is, in the age of the internet, the information is all out there, and it's more accessible than ever before. So, how do we escape? How do we break free and start building a life of financial abundance? It all starts with a plan. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, so why would you build your financial future without one? This is where budgeting comes in. Now, I know the word budget can sound restrictive and boring, but think of it as a spending plan. It's you telling your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. A fantastic starting point is the 50-30-20 rule. It's simple and effective. Here's how it works. 50% of your after-tax income goes towards your needs. These are the absolute essentials: your rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation to work, and insurance. These are the bills you have to pay to live. 30% goes towards your wants. This is the fun stuff: dining out, hobbies, entertainment, streaming services, and vacations. It's important to have this category so you don't feel deprived. And the final, most important 20% goes towards your savings and investments. This is the portion of your income that will build your future wealth. This is you paying your future self first. The key is to automate this. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or investment account the day you get paid. That way, you're not tempted to spend it. Now let's talk about that 20%, because this is where the magic happens. Just saving money in a bank account isn't enough. With inflation, the money sitting in your savings account is actually losing value over time. You need to invest it. You need to make your money work for you. And the most powerful force in the universe for wealth creation is compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. Compound interest is when your investments earn a return, and then you earn a return on your original investment plus the return. It's a snowball effect. Let's imagine you invest $300 a month. If you just put that in a jar, after 30 years, you'd have $108,000. Not bad. But if you invested that same $300 a month and earned an average annual return of 8%, after 30 years, you would have over $400,000. That's the power of compounding. The money you didn't even work for earned you more than the money you actually saved. So, where do you invest? For beginners, One of the best and simplest options is a low-cost index fund. An index fund is a type of investment that holds all the stocks in a particular market index, like the S&P 500, which represents the 500 largest companies in the US. Instead of trying to pick individual winning stocks, which is incredibly difficult even for professionals, you're essentially betting on the overall growth of the market. Historically, the stock market has always gone up over the long term, despite short-term dips and crashes. By investing consistently in an index fund, you diversify your risk and benefit from the long-term growth of the economy. It's the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it strategy for building wealth. But what if your income is just too low to save 20%? What if after paying for your needs, there's nothing left? This is a reality for many, and the solution is to expand the pie. You need to create multiple income streams. Relying on a single paycheck from one job is risky. What happens if you lose that job? Your entire financial world collapses. Creating other sources of income gives you a safety net and dramatically accelerates your wealth-building journey. This doesn't mean you need to go out and get a second full-time job. We are talking about side hustles and passive income. A side hustle is something you do in your spare time to earn extra money. This could be freelancing a skill you already have, like writing, graphic design, or web development. It could be driving for a ride-sharing service, delivering food, walking dogs, or tutoring. Think about your skills, your passions, and what people would be willing to pay for. Even an extra $500 a month can make a massive difference. That extra cash can be used to pay off debt faster or supercharge your investments. The next level is building passive income streams. This is money you earn with minimal active effort. It's the dream, right? Earning money while you sleep. This could be things like earning royalties from a book you wrote, licensing photos online, creating a YouTube channel or a blog that generates ad revenue, or investing in dividend-paying stocks or real estate. Creating passive income often requires a lot of upfront work, but once it's set up, it can provide a steady stream of cash for years to come. Start small. Find one idea and focus on it. As it grows, you can add another. Finally, none of this works without the most crucial ingredient, a long-term mindset. Escaping the cycle of poverty and building wealth is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You will have good months and bad months. The market will go up, and the market will go down. You might try a side hustle that fails. That's all part of the process. Second, create a spending plan, like the 50-30-20 rule, and tell your money where to go. Pay your future self first. Third, make your money work for you by consistently investing in low-cost index funds and letting compound interest do the heavy lifting. Fourth, increase your income by creating side hustles and eventually building passive income streams. And fifth, adopt a long-term mindset. Be patient, be consistent, and trust the process. The journey from financial struggle to financial freedom starts today. It starts with one small decision. Maybe it's the decision to track your spending for a week. Maybe it's opening a high-yield savings account. Maybe it's reading a book about investing. Whatever it is, just start. You have the power to rewrite your financial story. The traps are real, but the escape route is clear. It is time to stop running on the hamster wheel and start building the bridge to the future you deserve. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on building a better financial future. Let me know in the comments what your first step will be. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next one.